Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Teaching English on Dروس Weekend 3. As always, let's start our class by reviewing the plan. First, we're going to point, the student will be able to point the right pictures and words. Next, the student will be able to write the sounds for A as in apple, A as in cape, I as in pin, and I as in pine. At the end of the class also, the student will be able to write the two letters K and L correctly. We are still in Unit 1, as you know. The title of Unit 1 is Feelings. And before we start our class, let's review the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, the student studied how to read, how to say, how to listen, and to point to the right pictures and words. You remember this exercise from page 10 in your student's book. This exercise wants the student to listen and number 1 for A and for number 2 for A and the clever E, then say them. Okay, now you're going to answer this exercise and you will check if you can understand this or not. Let's listen and let's give the number for the words that have the letter A or the sound A, and the words that have A and the clever E. Let's listen.
Exercise 2. Listen and number 1 for A and number 2 for AE. Then say. Are you ready? Apple, apple. Face, face. Cat, cat. Cake, cake. Vase, vase. Hat, hat.
Okay, so you notice here hat, cat, and apple. We use a sound here. But in number 2, we have cake. There is an E at the end, so it makes the A pronounced as A. So we say cake. And in the vase, we say vase. Why? Because there is an E at the end. Also the same with face. F-A-C-E, so we pronounce it face. Okay, let's listen and say and match also. I says I. And I also say ink, and I say I in iron. Let's see how we can match the pictures with these words. So how do you pronounce I here? We say ink. So this is ink. And here we say iron. And we say here also pen. But since we have, also we say Tim for this parrot bird, and we say also pine. Why do we say pine here? Why do we pronounce the I as I? You notice here there is an E at the end. So if there is no E, we say pin. But since there is an E here, we say pine. The same we do with time. You see, time. If there is no E, we say Tim. But since there is an E at the end, we call it the clever E, we say time. It makes the I pronounced as I. So we say time. Also here, you notice here, apple, cap, tap, okay, hat, cat, apron, cape. Why do we say cape here? Why do we say A instead of E? You see here, we pronounce the A here as cap. But here, we pronounced the A as cape because there is an E at the end. The same we do with A. So here it is a tap, but in this word we say tape. Cake is the same also. We have E at the end, so we say cake. Vase also the same. Face is the same as well. Ink also. Also in the previous lesson, you learned how to say, read, and write the sounds for apple, cape, pen, and pine. Now you see these words, we need to learn how to spell them. So apple here, you can see, you can tell this is the picture of apple, but we need to know how to write it. how to spell it correctly. Okay? Apple is written like this. Sorry. We write apple A double P L E. Okay? Next here we say also apron. How do you spell it? You can guess about how to spell this. A-P-R-O-N. That's correct. Next, how do you spell this word and what is it? It is a picture of a cat. So how do you spell cat? You can say C-A-T. This one is what? You can tell from the picture. Excellent. That is a cab. How do you spell cab? It is C-A-P. This is called what? Starting with T, number 5. You can look at it. You can say tab. How do you spell tab? T-A-P-E. And here, how do you say it? Cape. That's right. Next, number 7, tape. T-A-P-E. Notice here, since there is an E, we say A, so we spell it T-A-P-E. In number 8, this is a cake. In number 9, this is a face. In number 10, vase. How do you spell it? V-A-S-E, that's correct. And iron, how do you spell it? I-R-O-N. And this is a pine. And also this is a picture of time. So this is the clock. And the clock gives us time. And that's all. Okay? Let's erase this. Now here we have also an exercise. That is exercise number 1 on page 10. How to answer this exercise. A says A as in apple, as we said before. A as in apron, cap and tab, and cape and tape. Also in the previous lesson we studied how to what the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said regarding words. When you speak to others, you need to watch your words and you need to be kind to others using the right language. So Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the previous lesson in the previous lesson we studied about a hadith from Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, saying a kind word is a form of charity. What does this mean? That means when you say good words to others, that is a kind of charity. It's similar to if you pay money to others or if you give a charity to others. So words are very important. That means we have to watch your words and you have to be kind to others, saying good words, especially your parents and especially to others who are close to you. Okay, that is what Prophet Muhammad said. A kind word is a form of charity. Al-kalima at-tayyibah sadaqah. That is the translation of this hadith that we asked you yesterday or the previous lesson to translate. Okay, at the end of the class also in the previous lesson we learned how to write I and how to write J. Okay, let's try to remind you again how you can write I. We said that you have to do it like this. This is how to write I. Okay, this is the best way to write I. You have to watch where to write it and how. What about the J? You write the J in this way and you have to cover the 2 lines. J. Okay. Then after that we'll move to our lesson. That our lesson today is going to be from the book page 46 and 47, phonics key words. It is handwriting practice. So you need to practice how to write letters and how to write words. In this exercise, which is exercise number 1 and 2, you need to read and say, trace and copy. Okay, that is going to be on page 46 and 47. Here up to now we studied up to J. In the previous lesson we studied A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. What do we need from this exercise? We need 2 things. First, we need to read and say. You have to read them from A to J. And next, you need to trace. What do you mean by trace? Means you write on the same letters to learn how to write it correctly. And also you need to copy them by your own. Okay? Let's try writing it together. Okay, so A, we have to trace it first. we do like this. This is how we trace B, but A, sorry. And B, we do like this. Okay, you have to learn how to write it correctly. C should be traced in this way, and the D goes like this. Okay, E, you start in this way. If you learn how to write it correctly, that will lead you to write in cursive, which will make your handwriting more beautiful. Okay, H is like this, I is like this, J is like this. Okay, so now we traced the letters from A to J, and next we're going to copy now. Let's copy A, and we have to be careful about where to write it. You see, this is how we write A. Okay, we will write it 2 times. A, B should be written in this way. This is the best way to write B. Okay, and we write C here. C again. D also, we do like this. D. Okay, and E, we write E here as well. This is F. Again, we write F for the second time. G, notice here how we start and how we finish. If you do it, if you write it in a different way, try to change it as soon as possible, because this is the best way in writing the J. The H, you should write it in this way. Here we write H again. Okay, I also should be written like this, as we did a while ago. And the last one here, number 10, J. Okay, that's excellent. You can practice doing that on page 46 and 47 in your work, in your student's book. Okay. Okay, now we move also to the another section of this book, which is about writing words, not letters. A while ago, we tried writing some letters from the alphabet, but now we are going to write some words, as we had in our book, page 46 and 47. The first word you can tell from the picture and you can read it. It's apple. We'll do the same. We'll trace and we will write. It's an apple. The other one is a bear, as you can see, and the third one is a cow. The fourth one is a duck. The fifth one is an egg, or eggs if it's a plural. Now let's trace, then after that we will copy. Okay, let's do it all together. A, this is apple. When you write it down, try to pronounce it so that you improve your pronunciation better. How do you say this? This is B, E, A, R, pronounced as bear. We call it bear. The cow, C, O, W. This is a cow. Duck, D, U, C, K. Say duck. Okay. E, double G, we call it egg. Okay, let's write it here again. A, double P, L, E, apple. A, P, P, L, E. But here, sorry, we need to write bear, not apple. Okay, so we say write bear. B, E, A, R. And here also we write cow, C, O, W. And here we write duck, D, U, C, K. Okay. And here we write also egg, E, double G. Okay. This is how we write these words. And we move to the next slide also to write the rest of these words. Okay. Here also we have to write fish, goat, hat, ink, and jet. We'll do the same. We will trace and then after that we're going to copy. Okay, we start with the first one, fish. Let's write it down all together. F-I-S-H. Okay, let's write it here. Fish, F-I-S-H. Okay, goat, we have to trace the word goat as we do here. A-T. Okay, let's write it down here. G-O-A and T. Okay, hat, we trace first, then we copy. Hat. Okay, H-A-T. That's the hat. Ink, we spell ink as I-N-K. Ink. We write it, we copy ink here, I-N-K. Okay, jet, also here, J-E-T. J-E-T, jet. Okay, you can tell also the meaning of the words from the pictures, which will help you to know what they mean. Okay, and we must move to the last part of our class today, which is about a new two new letters. It is K and L, letter number 11 and letter number 12. Okay, you can tell that K here from the picture, the first letter of the word kiwi. This is a kind of fruit called kiwi. And L is the first letter of the word lion. You can see the lion here. Okay, this is a lion and this is a kiwi. Let's write the K and L all together. Okay, K, you have to start, you have to start from the top here, K, and you do like this. This is how to write K. And here also you write K in this way. Okay, K should be written in this way as well, K. And you write K as well in this way. Okay, be careful to make this sign here in the middle, not in the hole, because as we said before, if you make it like this, this means a capital letter of K, but this is not the right one. Here we need to write small only. If we write it on one line, we write it, as we said before, above the line. This is how to write K. K. Okay. L is very easy. You can write it in this way. This is L. Okay, but you have to cover the two lines here. L. Okay. L. That's it. L. If you write it on one line, also, as we said, you write it above the line in this way. Okay, so this is how we write L. Okay, now how to write the whole word kiwi and lion. Okay, let's start writing them. K I W I. This is called kiwi. Okay, this is a kind of fruit called kiwi. Again, to write it down, K I W I. Now you train how to improve your handwriting and how to improve your spelling as well. K I W I. This is how to write kiwi. How do we write lion? As we said before, the L is to be written in this way, L-I-O-N. This is lion, lion, L-I-O-N. If you have only one line, as we said, you write it above the line, L-I-O-N, in this way. Okay? And we will move to the last slide of today to check if we achieved our goals or not. Now, you tell about yourself, I can. What can you do now? The goals, can you point to the right pictures and words as we taught you a while ago in the previous slides? If you can do that, that's excellent. That means you achieved the goal. The second one here, I can say the sounds for A as in apple, A as in cape, I as in pen or I as in pine by myself. Can you do that? If you can do that, that's excellent. You succeeded in achieving this goal. Also, can you point at the right pictures and words? Okay, can you point at them and match the words with the pictures? That is very good as well. Okay, we come to the end of our class today. Thank you for watching and see you inshallah in our next episode. Goodbye.